Yeah,
Shit,
we're on live.
Okay, we're on now. Is this thing on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, well, hell, I don't know. God. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm not going to cuss in the first 30 seconds or whatever. But we're on, though. So you're ready for me to start talking, I guess?
I got the music on right now.
Oh, okay. Well, it don't.
The big intro music.
Okay. Well,
But you always pretend you can't hear it.
Okay, well, I can't hear it. So you can't hear it when they play it, but when it's played after it's recorded, then you can hear it. So that's all I can go by.
All right. Maybe we got to. Everybody hear us today. Make sure we can hear us. We're 70QQ and we need him.
Yeah, we need that. We need somebody to say, yeah, it's okay.
Oh, there he is. Audio and video is good, he said.
Holy shit, it don't get any better than that.
From Elizabethtown, Kentucky. That's where I went to the emergency room and I got Bell's palsy.
Holy shit. E-Town used to be a hot wrestling town.
Yeah, Mary was there. My super fan Mary, and
was
Donna.
Any sexual shenanigans in E-Town with her?
Oh God, no.
No.
Mary was more like my mom, not my sexual shenanigans.
So in other words, she was fantasized about long, tall, shredded, muscular Von Lila, 6'5".
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. Well,
there
you were hot.
I think I got a picture of her right there. There she is. There's Mary from E-Town.
She looked better
It's fingers chopping time. The shirt. Those are all my pictures on her shirt.
Yeah, there's the old OVW office right there, and you got the fingers thing right. Yeah. Well, hell, she probably had her magic finger going at night thinking about the big man.
If I could do a close up, you could see the big vein coming out of the bicep. But
holy shit! Well, if we pull a rubber band around that, you could really see it. You got to learn all the tricks,
Maybe so. Let's see what we got in here today. Tom Montgomery in the house. Thanks for the happy birthday greetings to Seth. He enjoyed it. Opinion Haber stopped by. Greatest ever, baby.
Baby.
Okay. Barrel ass in the house. Hello, Ripper and Chopper.
Chopper. Okay. Gotta have or Chooper.
Manny Valverde in the house. So Oktoberfest King. It is Oktoberfest weekend. T Weasel in the house.
Holy shit, that is right. Seymour, Indiana is the most rockinest place in the world this weekend. You think the King's going to be there?
He told me he wasn't going.
Oh, he's probably just ribbing you. The King's got to be there. What would be the Oktoberfest without the King?
Yeah. Said he wasn't going. Said it's too tough for him to get around. They don't have parking close enough. And
I can see that. Yeah.
Some other stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be there, Weasel. Patrick Young. Need this class today and got to work at 3. Divorce court next week. Patrick Young must be going through a divorce, looks like.
Oh, don't worry. She'll take half and she'll take everything he worked for. And because women can do whatever they want to. And they'll just start crying and they'll get everything they want. So as soon as you get a woman, it's just countdown till they leave. So what the hell, right?
T Weasel, I may drink 1 beer, 2 beer, 3 beers, and a shot of Crown Royal. I've never lost a fight in the beer garden in my career, he said.
Well, he's never probably been to the beer garden in his career with a fight.
Shane Parks in green from Roseburg, Oregon. Can't stay too long. Got a doctor's appointment. Billy Ray Dollar in here in green. Says we can start the show now. Talion in the house. From Green Valley, in the village of Green Valley. Where's that at, Rip?
I don't know. It sounds great, though. It could be Red Valley or Blue Valley, but we got Green Valley, so he's over.
Scott Robert the Sage in here. George Jetson in from outer space. Wants to know if you're on the Epstein files list, Rip.
I don't know if he was. If not, I don't really know. I might be. Hopefully I am. Get a little bit of notoriety. Maybe a lot of fat women will pay to have their picture taken with me or whatever. Or some skinny women or guys, when they wear a wig and they got, what the hell, right? Just give me some money.
Speaking of paying, the WWE sent out 2 special ticket package deals for the John Cena last match, and one of them was like $950, and the other one was like $6,500.
Well, hell, they do cut prices or whatever.
One ticket, $6,500.
Well, hell, I bet that's a hot item.
Aaron in the house. The JMC in the house. Sean NG in the house. Carolina, ask McLean. I don't know. Might be a new listener. You know that one?
Don't have a clue. What about Screaming Baboon? Is he here today?
I don't see him in here.
I've been talking to him all morning. I wonder if he fell asleep.
I don't see him in here, Rip. Maybe you must have put him to sleep.
I might have put him to sleep. He might have saw me naked and give himself a J. Arthur thinking about me, but, I can't blame him.
Carolina ask why Macklin says, $5 super chat from Carolina ask Macklin.
What did he say?
Rip, will Santa be sending me anything this year or Cole again?
Oh, no, you're definitely a Cole man.
Could be a girl, Carolina.
What's that?
Oh, it's Carolina Sky McLean.
No relation to Corey Macklin. So I don't know.
Could be a female.
Well, it could be a guy dressed as a female. You never know in today's world.
Looks like a guy dressed as a guy, or looks like a guy dressed, but I don't know.
Can you make the picture bigger where you can see it?
It's not a real picture.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a real person.
Well, what's he asking, saying, demanding?
What is he going to get for Christmas this year?
Oh, a big lump of coal.
Lump of coal. He's a male.
Okay.
He's a male.
Okay. Well, you can.
Why a big lump of coal, Rip?
Send money to Von Linus and get an autograph picture. We might double autograph it, this or that. It'd be the greatest Christmas in many, many months. You couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, especially if you said a lump of coal.
Well, I mean but then all he's got to do is squeeze it and it becomes a big diamond, then he's rich.
Thank you, Carolina. Where are you from, anyway?
He's male, at least. Yeah. Okay.
Shane Parks, $5 super chat. Did you ever talk with Frank
Bonema, the old Portland announcer? Yeah, he was the greatest announcer with Frank Bonema on Saturday night in Portland Wrestling. He was there for years and years. I think he had like a heart attack on the show and died right there. But he was like a legitimate sports announcer on the news and stuff. And then he became the Portland wrestling announcer. And he was just so professional. He was just great. The great Frank Bonema. He was over with me.
So you talked with him a lot?
Oh, yeah. Because we'd have promos and he just never had he just did everything was one take with him. And no matter how bad you screwed it up, he could save it. It was awesome. Yeah, I got my Seymour Boys Club shirt on. So no matter what, I'm thinking of Harry C. Cherry and Cloyce Jackson, Emeritus, and Bullet Bob Beatty. And it's Bullet Bob Beatty's birthday today. That's awesome. It's Danny Holly's birthday today from Seymour, Indiana. One half of the Basham brothers. I think he's a high school principal now, or at least that's what rumor has it. So you got all this stuff going on. Let's see. You had Bullet Bob's. It's Max Payne's birthday today too. So holy moly, this is like the greatest birthday day in the world, except when it's me or Lilas's birthday. But I don't want to have any more birthdays. At least recognizing it because I'm 71 and will probably croak soon anyway. But what the hell?
I'll be 52 this month.
Holy shit. 52 this month.
October 29th.
Well, you're in the prime of life.
Don't be putting over Danny Holly. He won't even come on this show. Seymour legend, wrestler, a pro wrestler, WWE superstar, followed in the path of the hustler Rip Rogers, paved the way for him out of Seymour, Indiana, and he won't even come on this show.
Well, he'd probably be blackballed from school or something like that because he'll know I'll get him wound
Shit.
up, and he'll start exposing some questions, and he'll be talking about some shenanigans he did when he was a WWE superstar as one half of the Basham Brothers. With and I don't know what he's probably just playing it safe. What the hell? I ain't mad at him.
I disagree.
Well, you're allowed to disagree. That's cool.
Look at that.
Oh,
Senator Boyd again with a $30 super chat here. Good afternoon, gentlemen. What can Rip tell me his assessment of Bob Backlund? Great wrestler, but no personality. I guess that's Senator of the Board's opinion.
well,
What's your assessment of Bob Backlund, Rip? I never liked watching him. I can tell you that right now.
as a wrestler and as a worker, he was a great amateur wrestler. I wouldn't pay a nickel to see him, but he worked hard. But then again, he worked for Vince Sr. And when you own the company, you can have anybody you want to headline your company. And he had that world title belt for a long time. When you're with the WWF and you're the champion and you're doing great business, you're showing a profit. That's all you need. So he was a great amateur wrestler. He was a good pro wrestler, but then again, he was just playing howdy doody Bob Backlund because that's what was suggested to him. If I'm the boss, you do what I say. If it works, it's on me. If it don't work, it's on me. So he made a hell of a living at this. He was a very, very nice guy. So it don't get any better than that.
Why was he pushed so much?
Because it's like, why would his dad all of a sudden push Hulk Hogan?
Because Hulk Hogan was big and charismatic and had muscles.
And then the bell rang.
Yeah, but you asked me why. Those would be reasons I pushed him. Backlund, I don't know. I don't think he had any of that.
Well, it's like
my opinion. I didn't like watching anything he ever did personally.
Well, I sort of thought he was boring, but then again, I was in the business and I was looking for like a more entertainment value. But that's just my opinion.
It just doesn't seem like there was a lot of just boring, plain people push, but he was. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's like when you had the old WWF, that was the only show in town. You basically only saw that TV in those markets, unless you were in the Madison Square Garden market, New York City, because they got the Tampa tape on cable. They had that, but we didn't have cable at that time. And they also got the Los Angeles. That's why they would have all the Hispanic guys on the Madison Square Garden card, and Dusty was always on there because he was the boss at Tampa, and he was on TV every day or every week in New York City. So that's why they got to work. That's how Piper got to work the Garden, because he was on TV every week in New York when he was headlining the shows on the West Coast in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Thanks, Senator of the Board. Good question.
Awesome question.
I agree with you with no personality. Caroline S. McLean says from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Holy shit, Halifax, Nova Scotia. You used to work there every Thursday night years ago for Emile Dupre when I went in there the first time at the Halifax Forum. So had a great times there. I was there in the summer of 78, 88, 90, and 97. When I was there in 97, Scott D'Amore was there, Edge was there, Christian was there, Bad News Allen, and we had a great time. And little Emile Dupre was 13 years old working the gimmick thing every night, the gimmick table.
Any Bobo Brazil memory, Shane Parks in Green?
Well, he drew a lot of money. He was a big guy. He was dependable, and a lot of time he'd take the bus into town as he would come in. But he was there when I worked for the Sheik. He was there when I worked for Dick the Bruiser, and he was as nice a guy as you can be. He was just a nice man, a nice person. He was a dependable pro, and he just did what Bobo could do. But he was a star for years.
Stephen Keys wants to know if there's any women in the chat today. How about it? Any women in here today? I can't remember a woman being in here besides the one time when me, you, and Dylan were on the road to Tennessee or West Virginia or somewhere. When remember that one came in the chat? I can't remember what all. She was in the wrong chat. Remember, she said she got on the wrong chat or something.
I don't know, but she was probably just trying to talk with Dylan because Dylan was the guy that drew all the hot women. He had the game.
Jamie Wingler was just in the house or just called me. Do you know who used to live in this house? You better fumigate this MFer.
What are you talking about?
Jamie Wingler just called. His daughter goes to UK, so he goes to Lexington here
Right.
and there. He's going to go buy your house that you and Savage lived in.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
And he's going to knock on the door and tell him that Rip Rogers and Randy Savage used to live here, and you better fumigate the house.
Well, I agree with that. We weren't exactly, we were sort of Romer-esque as far as cleaning up messes and everything. But that was a hot place for young birds, young women, hot women years ago, whether it be or whatever. It was a hot place. It was right across from Fayette Mall, going up right on Highway 27, taking a left on. Damn it, I can't think of the street. But anyway, yeah, that's.
Remember, I pulled him up last week. He was at Miss Elizabeth's gravesite.
Yeah. We told the story about where Liz used to work at Sente Sports Center, and she was the key girl, and she's a little bit heavier there. And then she became the obsession of Randy, and they had to run. So, what the hell?
Center of the board, $20 super chat. Thank you, center of the board. Don't want to take up all the super chats, so this will be the last one. Oh, don't worry about that, center board. You just keep pumping them out there, man.
Yeah, we need
to talk about how Sputnik Monroe changed wrestling in Memphis for black wrestling fans.
Yeah, Sputnik Monroe, he was the original Diamond and Cadillac man. And he talked that shit. He would have the blonde streak in his hair and all the not all, but he was a draw for the black wrestlers because he had so much jive. And that was all responsible before the great Sputnik Monroe, the original Diamond and Cadillac man. He was over. He drew the black wrestling fans because usually there might be one black on the card. So they adopted him, and he was the man down south, especially in Memphis. But Sputnik Monroe, he was over. He could talk that shit, and he could tell some awesome stories. So the great Sputnik Monroe, he was the original Diamond and Cadillac man.
Any idea what years that would have been, ish?
I can't think of not right now. No, I can't think.
Because he was never really on. Was he on Memphis TV? I don't ever remember him. Like when I grew up watching Channel 3 wrestling, was he ever on?
This was way before that.
Way before, okay.
Yeah, way before that.
But I remember like Bobo Brazil. But I mean, he had to be kind of older when I was young, like a kid.
Yeah, he was old when I was a kid.
Center of the board said he's wrestled in the 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm. So in the 60s, you weren't born. I was a little kid. So anything we were seeing was old stuff with him.
Carolina, I'll just call it McLean, said that his grandpa has blisters older than me and you, Rip.
Well, at least his grandpa's got some age on him then. That's good. He's still hanging around, still kicking. And when he leaves the earth, he'll probably get some inheritance, so it don't get any better than that.
Shane Parks in green. Did you ever wrestle Angelo Popo?
Oh, many times. As Angelo Popo, and I wrestled him as the Miser too.
Really? I don't think I ever saw you wrestle him as the Miser.
Well, it was usually house shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what was he like to wrestle?
I just shut up. I was a baby face, so I just shut up and listened. Then when I was a heel, I knew what he could do, so we would just do that. So don't want any stress there. I remember on the TV show one time he was 58 years old and he did sit-ups the whole hour on the TV show. So that was quite impressive. And he used to hold the world sit-up record too. So he was quite the athlete. So when he had Lanny and Randy, second generation, and his kids, they were so far ahead of everybody because Dad had been a star on. At the time, he was on the Dumont network, and it's like he was flying over the United States in the 50s as a main eventer. So Angelo was a great pro. That's all there is to it.
Center of the board said Bobo and Ernie opened the door, but Sputnik Monroe killed Jim Crow.
Well, that's good.
Give us an Ernie Ladd impression, Rip.
Roger, don't Bundy, you big fat turd. Don't dumb yourself out of business. Bundy, you got to be on top. Bundy, just do like Rogers does. Sit there and shut up and do as I tell you. Rogers, who's the greatest heel you ever seen? You, Ernie. Rogers, who was the best baby face you ever saw? You, Ernie. You see, Bundy, you big fat turd, just do like Rogers does. Just agree with me. That's all you got to do and make that money because you're stealing from Mid-South. How's that?
Fantastic.
Don't get any better than that.
Did you see the botch, I guess, the referee not count to three? Did we talk about that last week?
No, we didn't talk about it, but they were waiting for one. Well, that's what happens when you do prearranged bullshit. You do scripted goddamn matches like a bunch of goofs, and you got guys running companies that are not even goddamn wrestlers. So I can't help it if they're stupid. I can't help it if this messes up. This is plan B, and it's something simple. That made that referee look so stupid. The girl on the bottom looked so stupid, and it made the whole wrestling business look stupid.
I'm surprised you're saying that.
Huh?
I'm surprised you're saying that.
No, I'm just missing.
I thought you would be saying the referee should have counted 1, 2, 3.
Well, she should have, but she's saying, "Oh, if I do that, then everybody will get mad at me and they'll fire me or whatever because that wasn't what it was supposed to be."
I think that was supposed to be the finish.
No, they were supposed to do one other move before that.
No, what was supposed to happen, I think, is Nia Jax kicked out at like 1, maybe 2, because she didn't think that what's her name was going to get there to make the save. Tiffany. She kicked out. Tiffany made the save. And then Tiffany went for the cover. So what I think was supposed to happen was Tiffany was supposed to kick her off and then do the quick pin, steal the victory, 1, 2, 3. And I think that's why. So then after Nia Jax kicked out, I'm thinking the referee probably thought, well, now that she just kicked out, she can't lay here and get pinned.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. Whatever it is, I don't know. We don't know what was supposed to happen, this and that. I just knew it made the business look totally messed up.
Frank's Pickleberry said the ref said sorry in the video, said they changed it in her ear back in Gorilla. I don't know.
Well, who knows?
Typically, you've always said, referee, you count to 3 if the shoulders are down.
Yes.
I've heard you say that.
That's what I would tell everybody. And if not, that's the answer. No, kick out. If not, it's on you. Make sure your shoulders are down for the 3 and kick out. Make sure you kick out so there's no heat on the referee.
We'll get to the center of the board's question here in 1 second. I think this is young Mighty Joe, possibly. He said he's supposed to be in green, but he's locked out of his green account. I heard Rip was losing his hair, and I get on here, he looks like Rasputin.
Well, you ain't seen it. When you see the top of my head and it gets wet, all of a sudden I go, God, I say, damn, I'm fucking bald. Jesus,
he hasn't bent over. Wait till he leans over.
Yeah, I got nothing up there.
Turns around and goes and gets something. Then you'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the baldest guy on here today, so that's for damn sure.
Center of the board, $5 super chat. Hey, Rip, tell us about Mike, the California hippie boyette.
Well, he was a Southern legend. Mike Boyette was. He was a top star, like in Tampa, in Pensacola, in Atlanta, anything, all the Southern territories he was over in. I think he was allergic to the cold is what it was. So Mike Boyette, he was a Southern legend, always had a job, had to be a great worker, or you knew somebody, but what the hell, right? So that's all I can tell you about. I never wrestled him, but that's all I can tell you about hippie Boyette.
Let's see what else we got here. Somebody had a question, I thought, here. Let's see. Shane Parks in green. Any Hacksaw Butch Reed memories, Rip?
Oh, Butch Reed was great. He was trained by the great Sonny Myers in Kansas City. He had like the world's biggest arms. He could work and he could wrestle. And he was always opinionated because he was really good. And and every time I talked to him, he was always fucked up. he always been smoking that weed or whatever. But he was the top bro, and he was a good guy. We always laughed about everything. Never had a bad moment with him. The great Butch Reed. Bruce Reed was his real name.
Aaron wants to know if you ever wrestled or heard of an old wrestler named Rick Thames. Tim's Thames.
Are they talking about Ken Timms?
Well, didn't he spell it like it sounded though? Didn't he spell it Timbs or no?
Yeah. Whoever it is, that other guy, I never heard about him in my life, so he's probably spelled it wrong. If he's talking about Ken Timms, I understand that. But if not, I don't know who the hell he's talking about.
What else you got on the paper plate, Rip?
Oh, I got all kinds of shit going on here. Okay.
Well, hit some of it.
Okay. Timmy Baltimore, he texted me, and he sent me a picture of he had a bought show in Richmond, and they had 25 of Timmy Baltimore of Pimpin' Ain't Easy fame. He sent me a picture of they had a bought show. The city of Richmond bought it from him, and they had 2,500 people there. Wow. And Richmond is famous for, that's where the great OVW superstars and wrestling superstars like Susio, Paradise, Package, Timmy Danger, Eddie Diamond, they were all OVW guys years ago, and they all became great stars in the business. They're all famous now and everything, but there's all the guys from Richmond, and they are over. And speaking of Paradise, I want to say thoughts and prayers out to his wife, Tanea. Tanea's been having some health problems, so I wanted to make sure I got that in because I've got all this written down on my paper plates here. So if guys come in for questions, that's one thing. If not, I'll just ramble on and off all the time, and I'll be talking about what happened. All of a sudden,
just keep going on the paper plate. I'll tell you if we get any super chats in here.
Okay, what I'm saying, my phone just did whatever.
What's that mean? You did whatever.
Well, I don't know.
I could hear you and see you until you just hit whatever you just hit.
No, I didn't hit anything.
Well, I saw your finger going right to it. I saw it.
I know it, but it was all covered up with different shit.
I saw you hit something.
Well, okay, but if it's got stuff that I didn't know what it was, and it had nothing to do with anything, now I'm back. But anyway, I was talking. Then I wanted to go talk about the Fever game. What a total sham that was. Why don't they just hate everybody on the Indiana Fever? They got the thugs, and I can't believe it. Shit,
why was it a sham? I didn't watch it.
Oh, they every time the Fever did everything, it was a foul. It was just a hell of a rip, and I don't know anybody in this world would want to watch them in NBA finals. So anyway, poop on them all. I was sitting around here today and I had 87 cents to my name. 87 cents. And that was because I found a little coin purse walking to the gym. And so I didn't eat for 2 days. So I had no money. So I was on the water diet. So I was down to 172.8 yesterday.
They
But
say
I
a
was getting
72-hour water fast is good for you. So you should have went one more day.
well, I was going to, but I'm gonna what I'm gonna lead into the next thing. So Big George sent me all kinds of food last night. He sent me all kind of foods, and they had it. What do you have it where they go pick it out at Kroger's or whatever, and then they deliver it to your house and everything. He sent me all this food, so I went from having a refrigerator with nothing in it but cold water. Shit, I've had 4 cups of coffee today. He got me a whole bunch of shit of ramen noodles, peanut butter, mayonnaise, bread, 2 boxes of Fruity Pebbles, 5 things of instant mashed potatoes, the big 1 pound thing of generic cookies, and I thought they was chocolate chip, but they were raisin cookies or whatever. So George sent me all this food. So I went to bed full. And all of a sudden I had a panic attack because I had to go take a shizer so much. So I exploded 3 of those in, but that's all George's fault. But without George, I might be croaked today, or I'd be in a bad mood. But thanks for George, because I had some food in me. I'm not mad at him.
Thanks a lot, George. You should have waited one more day, though. 72-hour water fast. Supposed to cure everything. So you should have made him go one more day.
Yeah, I would have done that. But what happened, I started shaking. And I think I was getting a semi-boner thinking about that food. I was just dreaming about food.
Oh, wait a second. This is coming from the guy who says food is overrated. You went like 100 days without eating.
No, I went 5 months without it, 150 days in a row.
Okay,
I didn't
food's overrated. That's all I heard. Food's overrated. Now you're like, 2 days, man. I can't make it anymore.
Okay, well, if you wouldn't have interrupted me, I would have explained it to you.
Okay,
because it takes 3 days. After 3 days, you have no hunger at all. But I was such a pussy in my old age.
He took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, I cracked. And he sent me 12 bananas and 4 big things of generic 2-liter Diet Cola. So thanks to Big George for keeping me alive. So what the hell? Because I had to have cash money and everything. So now I still got the 87 cents. And but thanks to George, I'm still alive. I got a half-ass full of belly. Took 3 shizers. And what's that question talking about?
It's to me, but I don't really know the answer. Question of the Great Vaughn. I don't know about that. I think so. What do you think were some of the hottest wrestler come out of the box angles in territorial wrestling? Does he mean like when Pez come out of the box, or?
Well, a lot of people come out of the box. The first I saw was in Knoxville. He would use the box, and Jerry Blackwell. He come out of the box, and he raised hell. And then we used the box in ICW, and the one-man gang, George Gray, Panama Gang, how many names you wanted to call him, he come out of the box in ICW. We took Garvin's idea, Roop Orton Garvin and Randy Orton's daddy. They did that thing in Knoxville. So on the territory system, and it wasn't seen on cable, you could do the same old shit. And it was new to that area because they'd never seen it before. So center of the board, the $5 question, baby. That's where some of the hottest wrestlers that come out of the box angles in territory wrestling.
What was it when Pez was in there? They had like didn't they put him in there like in a brawl?
Yeah, and that was Garvin. Yeah, and he was dressed up as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Pez was screaming, "Ronnie Garvin, Ronnie Garvin, Ronnie Garvin," and he was crying like a little bitch, and he was dressed up like a girl. That was all Garvin's idea. It was cooler than shit. I'd never seen it before, but what the hell, right?
You ever remember him using it in Memphis?
No, I don't, but you got to remember, I wasn't watching Memphis because we was always wrestling.
Yeah, I know you couldn't watch Golden Girls. You couldn't watch TV when you were wrestling.
I didn't. No, excuse me for working every night. Excuse me for being gone at all day at the fucking gym training. Excuse motherfucking me. You go through one time in goddamn life. You do what you want to do, and you don't want to say, "Oh, I'm 50. I wish I would have trained. I wish I would have went on a diet." Oh no, I have to watch the Golden Girls. Fuck off. How's that?
Thanks, sir, on the board. Billy Ray Dollar, big 1999 super sticker. Billy Ray, get you a question in there, man.
Yeah, we got to have the question. That's what I'm here for, is to start talking and everything.
Type a question in. I'll get it. Get it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been on the phone with Screaming Baboon from Australia all morning with the man with the huge arms. He's wanting to hear. He's demanding more Ronnie P. Gossett stories. I think he'd just like to see Ronnie P. going up and down on him when Ronnie P. would do the strut and that fat would be jiggling off his jaws. He'd do that Fargo strut. Ronnie P. Gossett was over, and I can just see that bald head going up and down on the organ of Screaming Baboon, and I know he would like it.
Wasn't it Ronnie P. Gossett? Wasn't he the one that Flash was telling some story about in the
Probably
shower
was.
or trash?
Yeah, he was a legend, you know. He worked
Frank
for Memphis.
Spicklebarrel, I said, shit, YouTube won't let me send money chats. The internet blows. It's all right.
The what now?
Frank said he's trying to send a super chat, but can't, he said. It's all right. Oh, I meant to send you a video. It was One Man Gang. I guess one time when he came back to the WWE, or maybe it was the first time he was there. I can't remember, but it was a dark match. And it was against Flash Flanagan. Have you ever seen that match?
No.
I'll send it to you. It was in the vault, the WWE vault on YouTube. So they had posted it. It was a dark match with Gang and Flash, and it actually went a while. Oh, that's right. It was Burt Prentice. Hez Machine. Thanks. Burt Prentice in the shower with Trailer Park Trash.
Oh, I bet he could have got something for Trash if he'd have laid out a little bit of money.
Did they look alike at all? Burt
Trash?
Prentice Burt Prentice and Ronnie P. Gossett.
Well, they could talk the same. They were both swing whatever ways there was. They were both a little bit heavy. Burt was a legend, and Ronnie P. Gossett. That's like having two legends around all the time. Yeah, Burt Prentice. I was wrestling some show. Is that where? See, that's where we had to have the cage out of there by 10 o'clock. So I had to have a 5-minute cage match, or they charged him extra money. So we had the under 5-minute cage match, and he was happy because we had a 4-minute cage match, and he made it so he didn't have to pay $150 to rent the building. So he knew what the hell was going on.
70QQ said, are we ever going to hear why Rip is out of town the last few months? Well, that's all alleged. We don't know that he's out of town. Nobody ever says that it was...
I'm allegedly in Las Vegas, and I'm allegedly going to the Power Slap thing today. Sin Bodie's, he runs it with Dana White of UFC fame, a millionaire guy, and I'm going to be at the Power Slap thing today. And there's a lot of... Hell, there's... the Montero brothers, they work the Power Slap thing, and they're Hispanic, and they won 20 grand in that Power Slap thing. So Sin books the Power Slap guys on there, and most of them, they come out of his wrestling school. So today in the Power Slap, Hollywood Haley James from Kentucky, she's going to be on there.
Oh, she's back?
Yeah. I don't know if she's on. I don't know if she's on the main one or the ones earlier. I don't know, because I know Zoe Dubois, she's supposed to be on there. And then Jordan Oasis, who he went to the Future Stars of Wrestling school in Las Vegas, but he also went to midget school at the Buddy Wayne Academy in Everett, Washington. And he was getting paid by WWE, and he got cut or whatever. So he's in the Power Slap thing today. So he'll be on the live show. Let me see.
So what is your role going to be there tonight? You just going to
I
hang
don't
out and
know.
watch? You going to hope
Well,
Hollywood Haley J slaps you in the face? I mean, what are you going to do tonight?
I don't know. Sin asked me if I wanted to go because he's going to send Jimmy Jack over here to pick me up. So we got to be over there by a certain time. So I'm just sitting here and going to do the show, Wrestling with Rip Rogers, the greatest show in many, many months. Doing that, talking shit, trying to get some money in.
Did you ask Sin if Dana White, does he actually go to these? I've never watched one, so I don't really know if does he go?
Yeah,
Like, will he be there tonight?
Yeah, he'll be. Yeah. Uh-huh.
He will be?
Yeah.
You going to talk to him? You going to try to get a job? You going to?
Well, no shit.
Well, you get scared though a lot of times when the pressure's on and you see somebody like him. Sometimes you fold, man. You don't always. You talk a big game, then you get there and you don't say anything.
Okay, I just won't say nothing then.
Just like in AEW, you hung out in catering. You didn't go try to hunt Tony Khan down. You ate free food all night. Remember?
Well, yeah. Well, he was hiding upstairs in a locked room.
Just saying. I don't think you'll do it. I don't think you'll go.
Oh yeah, the reverse psychology. Okay.
I don't think you'll do it.
Yeah, that's okay. You can think what you want to. No matter what, I'm broke, so what the fuck, right?
Yeah, the worst thing to say is no. That's what you taught me, and then you're scared of your own advice.
Well, now you're right. What the hell, right?
Get a picture of a Dana White, though.
Okay, I'll try to.
At least you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
What else? You got the other plate out?
Yeah, but I skipped around and just started talking and shit. You know, I talked about Paradise's Woman, about the Max Payne, Danny Bash, and Bullet Bob Baby from the Seymour Boys Club. It's his birthday today, so he's legendary. Talking to let's see, Dana White, Sin Bodhi. Yeah, they got the big power slapper thing. I'm gonna go to. So he's supposed to, I got to be there by 1 o'clock, I think, or something like that. So I'm waiting for on Jimmy Jack to pick me up. See, we talked about Timmy Baltimore, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The fever game, Big George had the groceries sent my way, this and way, what I weighed. The screaming Badu with the huge arm.
We got all that.
Uh-huh. Highlights, walking to the gym, 1.5 miles each way. I talked about finding the coin purse. Oh, then I found a full meal because every sack, they got all, you can't drive on there's 4 bus stops on the way from where I'm staying, going to the gym. They got, and then you can't go on the buses with any kind of food or any kind of drink or anything. So you want to hang there and you can get scraps and stuff, but I'd kick every sack. And one sack had a big about that big of a bite of a Big Mac. And I ate that son of a bitch. That was fucking that was, well, I didn't care. And then I said, well, I might be walking and all of a sudden have some kind of attack or somebody would have gimmicked it or something like that. Then I'd be drinking, getting the free pop. Is usually watered down and shit. But hell, when you're doing the shit, whatever, right? So, and then one time on this week, I found 4 candy bars in a row. It's like they fell out. Where did you
find the candy bar at?
They were on the sidewalk. So somebody just must have had to go to the bus and they fell out, but they were like laying in a row. I said, this is a setup, but they weren't okay. I whopped 4 up, so I was full. So I had the bite of the sandwich, the candy bars, found the coin purse, the full meal to go. Oh, the full meal to go was a goddamn club sandwich and 2 other sides. And it was just awesome. What a game it is, experiencing all this shit.
Wouldn't it be awesome when everybody finds out really you're a millionaire and you just do this as a rib?
Well, I got 87 cents to my name.
Like I said, a rib. It's all a rib.
I wish it was, but it ain't. But then again, but the thing about it is, Vaughn, if it was a rib, I would still be doing the same thing. That's what
I'm saying. That's what my whole point is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as Randy would say, can't deny it. I need a beard trim, a haircut, but then I get the haircut, then I'd be like all the other old wrestlers, total chrome dome on top. You wouldn't recognize me at all with what I used to look like, this and that.
Center of the board says, do you think there'll ever be a wrestlers union?
Oh, hell no. Then everything's going to cost even more.
Said, I hear about old school territory wrestling struggling with nothing, and it breaks his heart.
Well, that's fucking life. You can either get a real job with real benefits, etc., or you can say, no, fuck that. And I'm 71 now, still struggling, still doing whatever. Could be dead and don't experience a lot of things in life. And what the hell? I wanted to be a wrestler. I didn't want to be nothing else. And no matter what, I did everything I wanted to do. So I ain't bitching about nothing.
Wasn't it Jesse Ventura that was trying to get a union together? And
yeah,
and
and
Hogan,
that got hit.
Hogan stooged him off to McMahon, right? Isn't that what happened?
And then Jesse got fucking. Jesse made a lot of fucking money with WWE. Then all of a sudden he got cut off for all that. So yeah, the Hulkster stooged it off, but that was if he's the star, he's the king. He's going to make all the goddamn money and shit. And he was just trying to protect Vince McMahon because he didn't want his run to end. So what the hell? I'm not mad at him.
Billy Ray Dollar, who is in green, also did a 1999 super chat a second ago. Here's his question. I think I haven't read it yet. Was Ronnie Garvin wrestling in the late 60s? Saw Garvin brothers in 1969 against Bill Watts and Danny Hodge in the 4-H barn in Wichita Falls, Texas. My first live event, full house. How about that? Would that have been Ronnie Garvin, you think?
Oh yeah, Ronnie Garvin. He was a pro when he was 17 years old. So he was hot. He'd been around the wrestling business. Jesus Christ, he's 80 something now, or about 80 or whatever. Looks the same. Probably still works. Remember when he worked in Seymour? You was there. Your dad was there.
Yeah, against the Iron Sheik.
Yeah, against the Iron Sheik, baby. Garvin flew his own plane in. I went to the airport and picked him up, and that's when Sheik wanted the hotel. I said, "Get your own, motherfucker!" Right? Oh, I get back on the plane. Oh, fuck you, Sheik. I'll just work twice. Nobody will give a shit. That was when the famous. Oh, I was just ribbing Ripley, baby. Sheik, he was a card, baby. He was awesome.
He said, "What town am I in? Where's the nearest liquor? Where's the nearest liquor store?"
Yeah, the Sheik, Lats out, baby. Former Olympic champion.
Who would Ronnie Garvin brother been back then? He didn't have it. Did he have a?
He didn't have a real brother. No, no. Jimmy Garvin was his stepson.
I know, but that wouldn't have been Jimmy Garvin. Was there a Garvin brother? Did he have another Garvin brother?
Terry Garvin.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Terry Garvin was a shirt lifter.
Yeah,
that worked for different companies in the office and stuff. Ronnie was the star of the team, but Terry always had a job. So what the fuck, right?
Yep. Let's see. I don't know. Frank says this is depressing. Go ahead. You read through your paper plate for a third time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm talking about the future stars of wrestling. I go every Tuesday night, and Sin Bodie's there, and Sin's the warlord of weird, and he was so weird that he's the straightest, nicest guy. Still calls me sir, calls me every day. And he said, well, if you want to come down to the thing, blah, 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 this and that, I'll have Jimmy Jack pick you up and take you to the power slap thing, this and that, and whatever. So he's pushing me for everything. That's when we have class at Joe DeFalco's place at the Future Stars of Wrestling. And Sin's the big teacher there. Jake the Snake, he used to teach there. So I go there and just hang out. So he asked my opinion on everything, and that's about it. But Sin's quite the guy. He's not, and he's weirder on his gimmick. He's about the warlord of weirds, what they call him. But he's the straightest, most nice guy I've ever met in wrestling. Still calling me sir. So And he, and he texted me about 10 minutes before he went on. He says, "Hey, come over to the power slap thing, do this and that, whatever, and I'll have Jimmy Jack pick you up." I said, "Okay, sounds good with me." So that's that.
All right. Center of the board wants to know if you saw the wrestler dressing like Michael Jackson who moonwalks people into DDTs.
Oh yeah, Santana.
Big fan of that.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
are?
I think he's named maybe it's Santana Garrett, but it's Santana something, because I've seen it. He looks just like Michael Jackson, and he does that moonwalk and the DDT and stuff. It's entertaining as hell. I would put it on not before a serious match, or put it on before a serious match, because this one's all BS. But I had a hell of a time cheering, yelling, and screaming. Now I got to watch the boring guys trying to make me think it's real.
I can't believe you say you like that. I thought you hated all that stuff.
Well,
He's
you're allowed
horrible.
to.
I've seen that. It's so phony. All it does is make fun of the business. I can't believe you're going to sit there and put that shit over.
Well, WWE makes fun of the business. AEW.
Well, so what? That doesn't mean I have to like it either.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're allowed to have your opinion.
Senator the board said that shit sucks. I agree, Senator the board. I can't believe Rip, who hated the person that fought the inflatable doll and the invisible man and the little girl, all of a sudden likes Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. That was total fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that was like a Michael Jackson dude.
Because it's the buffet of wrestling. You gotta have a shitty lucha match. You gotta have a hardcore match. You gotta have every match do a dive. You gotta do the thing that flip backwards off the top, and Humpty Dumpty, we all fall down. And then when they kick out, you give it the old, "Oh my God, I can't believe he kicked out. Oh my God." And you got to do that, and every count has to be 2.9 too. So
I wish we had a producer that could cut this out. You saying that somebody's going to clip that, and it's going to be
you're the
viral.
producer, so
Rip Rogers loves the Michael Jackson guy.
I don't love him, but he's pretty attractive. Put it that way. If I was swinging both ways, which I've threatened to, but never actually touched another man's weenie or anything like that. Just when me and Randy had Kay in the apartment was getting on, the curtains caught on fire, and we had to double eat brothers with one finger in the other and one finger in the front, one in the back. And well, that's just speculation anyway. Or it could be a story like Dutch, just make it up, right? What the fuck, right? I ain't mad at you.
Patrick Young wants to hear the...
Hey, I got 5 cups of coffee in me because George bought me the fucking coffee, right? So I got the boom, the 5 things of. I haven't had a cup of coffee since I've been out here, since it costs so much. But George bought me the instant coffee, so all I had to do is put the hot water in. So I'm going. Blah, 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 blah.
I can tell you're on something, either coffee or crack. I don't know which one. I thought more crack.
No, I've never done no crack in my life.
My goodness, you need to go jogging.
I would if I had some good legs, but I'd have to clump drag real. Well, I can't even clump drag real fast.
Now I can't remember what I was gonna even say.
Well, George.
The candy bar. Patrick Young wanted to hear the candy bar story again. Were the candy bars unwrapped or were they wrapped?
No, they were wrapped, like 4 in a row. Like somebody put them there for me, and I was looking around to see if there's anybody like on candid camera or taking a thing of it where I'd look left and look right and then pick one up. That's like when I found a big fucking this, because you kick every sack because there might be scraps in it. And I said, well, I might as well eat that if I fucking croak. What the hell, right? So you got to croak sometime. When you're in the prime of life at 71, you're going to go anyway. So you might as well go with some good food in your belly and your mouth going down that way.
All right. Yeah, Billy Ray Dollar said that explains it. Keep that guy with the coffee. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm just going. Blah, 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 blah. That's when I started writing all the stuff on paper plates and everything. And I can't see with the glasses and stuff, so I got to cross this up. And I said, "Oh, the Fever Game, Big George, the groceries sent by Uber."
All right, you don't need to read through the plates again. You've already read through them twice.
Well,
is there anything new on it? If there's nothing new, we don't need to hear the repeat of the third time.
Well, see, what I did was I didn't do it down the order, right? I started just slipping on, or just uh, slipping, doing from Jordan Oasis to Dana
You're
White,
you're
the
slipping,
birthday.
all right.
Well, we know I'm nuts. We know we're in the bottom of the ninth of life. We know that. So I'm just trying to get my shit in. So you can't say, "Oh, I wish I would have said this. Wish I would have said that," or whatever.
Mm.
I just know Lila's Studios is over. You're over. I'm balding. Somebody and Dave Marquez, he said, "No, you're not balding." So I sent him a picture of the top of my head. So he says, "Oh yeah, you are balding."
Won't
So
you show it to us? Show it to us
huh?
right now. Show us the
Do what
top of your
now?
head. Show us the top of your head.
Well, can you see it like that?
Yeah, yeah, bald, baby.
Yeah, but BALD, bald, bald. That's what we did the ICW thing, and I was talking when I got my head shaved, and they shaved me BALD, bald. So it don't get
You
any
ever thought
better than
about
that.
just shaving it off?
Yeah, but I got to have somebody. See, what I want is I want to get my beard trimmed, but that costs money unless I can get somebody to do it, and they have some clippers. And then if I shave my head and shave the beard, I wouldn't have to touch it for a minimum of 6 months, maybe a year.
You look weird with a shaved head.
Well, it'll grow back, or just trim it. Trim the hair. And it was I had to cut the hair on my eyebrows because they was all gray and too long. Pull out the nose hairs. This and that. I got that disgusting hair on my back, hair on the shoulders, and it's all white. Disgusting.
I sent you some cash this morning. Go to Great Clips and have them shave your beard off.
Well, I'm glad George sent me that money because I didn't. When I say I have 87 cents, it was 87 or 88. Now this is a hell of a rib because I picked up a coin, but it was, and they had that hot sun in Las Vegas, and there was a nickel and a dime that was like welded together, it melted together. So I was trying to pay with it, and the guy turned it over. He said, "Well, that's a melted nickel and a melted dime." I said, "You gonna give me credit for the dime or the nickel?" He said, "Neither one." So I said, "Okay." I just put it back in the coin purse. So whatever.
Yeah, 70QQ said clippers are $10. I'll Amazon you some clippers. You can shave your own shit. Frank's Pickle Barrel asked $5 super sticker. He figured it out. He says,
Okay.
Rip, you never called my mom back after you banged her. It's been 32 years.
Well, I didn't want to get like a serious relationship because you might have had some. I've been like a guy that just used your mom repeatedly. So I said, I'll just hit and run and whatever. And then she can always wonder and just dream about me and play with the bean and shit at night, thinking about me, whether I had long hair, short hair, bearded, without beard, or whatever. Don't take it personal, Frank's pickle barrel ass. Uh, 32 years, yes, I would only
Frank,
do it.
you're older than 32, right? You're not
No,
insinuating Rip.
32 years ago, I was 39.
No, I'm saying if you banged his mom 32 years ago, I'm saying, is he 32? Is he saying you're his dad?
I don't know. Just kayfabe that before he figures it out. And I might have to
Or it
play.
actually didn't say years. It says, yes, it's been 32. Yes. So maybe.
It's been 32, yes. So anyway, I'm probably guilty as charged. And if I'm your father, I don't want back child support. Just take me to jail then. So whatever.
Did you ever wrestle for Crockett?
Oh yeah, when they took over the TBS time slot, they kept some guys on that weren't any threat, and Dusty hated me, so he got rid of me. I remember I was going on the main events all the time, so Dusty, so he didn't like me. He should have just made some money with me, but no, he just cut me. So I just went to the next place. So I just went to Tampa, had fun there with Wahoo, and then Dusty got me again because that's when they had the super shows like in Miami and Orlando, in Tampa, et cetera, and Jacksonville. So Dusty made sure I wasn't on the show. So that's when I quit sight unseen there. I said, I'm out of here, Wahoo. the fat motherfucker fucking left me off. And that's when Wahoo said, no, go ahead. I'll just pay you and just relax and meet me at West Palm Beach for the next show. So that's what happened. I said, no, I'm out of here. I'll be packed in 2 hours going back to Seymour. And that's what I did. So fuck that fat bastard.
Frank said he's 49 years old. So did you and Dusty ever have like a talk? Why did he not like you? Did you ever have like a sit down heart to heart, or
No, I just hate the mother.
whatever
No,
happened? Like, why didn't he like you? Whatever happened between you two?
I was probably too good. No, I knew how to drew money. I'd been bookers in 2 places. I was well trained on all aspects of goddamn wrestling, and he wanted to be the king of everything. Well, all I wanted to do was make some money. And if he'd have cut me, no matter what, if I was on there, no matter what, I was a superstar, because I'd have been on the Superstation TBS every week. I didn't give a shit. But
there was like other people that were stars. Did he not like any of them either?
If you have blonde hair, anybody with blonde hair hates you.
What about Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Did he hate Ric Flair?
No, Flair was he was the champion.
Well, but who made him the champion? Dusty did.
Well, no. Well, the NWA, whatever, and Crockett controlled that at the time. So that's why Flair would win all the time.
Yeah, but Dusty could have still hated him.
Well, Dusty hated everybody. He just knew he could make money with certain people, and they had to water down their match because he was a fat bastard, you know, and that's the way it is. He had a big old belly. He wasn't he was over, but the work rate wasn't there. But he was definitely over, because if you're pushed on nationwide television, you're over big time. So that's all there is to it.
According to Hez the Machine,
Mm-hmm.
Dusty did the same thing with Chick Donovan. He told him that he already has his nature boy. Chick told him that he just bought a house. Dusty replied, "I hope your house has wheels."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a famous one. Yeah. Well, Chick was great. He just got out of the hospital, and he's had heart issues for years. He's 80-some years old. Looks great, but hell, he took them steroids for I don't know how many years. He's lucky he's still alive. So
probably still on him. I saw the picture. He's still jacked.
Yeah. And knowing Chickster, he's going to take him till he does croak. But he was famous for having the dog that could talk. And Chick was fun. He used to ride with me a lot, and he was funny without being funny. Lats were out. Chick Donovan was over with me.
What's the talking dog story?
Chick would always talk about his dog could talk. So I said, "What's he say?" He'd go, "Woof, woof." And that would be it. And and Chick wouldn't crack a smile. But Chick lived, he was in the Atlanta area for years and years and years and years, still is. And he was a staple in the southern territories. He was a good guy.
I was always a big Chick Donovan fan. Loved him.
Yeah, when he was at Memphis, he was over big time. He just looked so good.
He had to. Did he wrestle for Bruiser? He had to wrestle for Bruiser, didn't he? Never, ever?
No. He didn't cross that Mason-Dixon line, I guess is what it was.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah, once you got into like, was it the High River going in there? Like as soon as you cross them, like going over the bridge in Louisville, then all of a sudden you're in the north. But as soon as you cross that bridge, you're in the south.
$70QQ saying a bunch of old timers had hepatitis C. Was the epidemic ever discussed in locker rooms?
No, Handsome Jimmy had the hepatitis. That's when he got all skinny and everything. And he's about the only guy I ever really heard about it. Whatever it was, I didn't want to know about it. So if I just croaked, I croaked. So what the hell?
Yeah. What else you got going on this weekend, Rib?
Well,
Anything
I'm going to the slap fest, whatever the
We
power
know
slap
that.
thing.
What about
Yeah,
the
well,
rest of the weekend?
I don't know. All I would do ever is wake up, clump drag my leg down to the gym, see what kind of food I could get on the way, and then after let's see, an hour there, an hour back, if I had money, I would stop at Dollar Tree to get shit, and then I'd go back. Let's see, I would train at least let's see, at least a minimum of 5 hours, and then walking there an hour, coming back an hour. So that was like a full day. And I just come back and get on my phone and look at shit, look at WNBA scores, which I will not look at any of the finals. Don't give a shit because the Fever ain't in there, which we talked about that. And that's what I do is I train leisurely all day, half-ass, trying to look better than most because most guys my age are croaked.
So you don't have any plans tomorrow night? Is that what you're saying?
Tomorrow night? What's tomorrow night?
Saturday.
No.
Like you're not going to any shows or anything?
Oh, hell no.
Maybe Dana White will have you do something tomorrow, or Sin. Maybe you'll luck into something tonight.
Well, I hope so.
I want the picture. I want the Dana White picture.
Okay, I'll try and remember.
Well,
it don't get any better than that.
We're winding down here.
If I could get on the Dana White bandwagon or whatever, this or that, blah blah blah, shit, I could have even more coffee.
Are you drinking coffee in the solo cup?
Well, whatever the green or the blue cup is, I've had this.
Is it hot coffee or cold coffee?
No, hot coffee. I take the hot water. You just put the big rounded tablespoon or whatever the hell it is. I don't know if it's a tablespoon or whatever. I just put it in there and stir it up, and then I have that. But I hadn't had no. This is my first coffee since I've been out here the whole time because it costs so goddamn much. So I'm in hog heaven with all the groceries, George, and now I told you I took the 3 super shits, explosions and stuff. The belly was rumbling and everything. So this has been a quite memorial, whatever you call it, memories or this or that morning and everything. With all the food, I'm wound up on the coffee, talking this, talking that.
You're talking the same thing over and over, it sounds like.
Well, what the fuck, right? I'm waiting for a question so I can throw a fucking.
Caroline S. McLean, $5. Thank you. Shane Parks in the house. Center of the board. Center of the board again. Center of the board again. Center of the board again. Billy Ray Dollar with a big 1999er, and Frank's pickle barrel ass rounded him out. Appreciate all the questions today. Rip's got a big power slap thing tonight. He's going to come back. Signed by Dana White. I got the prediction. He's going to make a huge announcement on here next week. It's going to be the greatest ever. He's going to ditch me in this show. He's going to be hanging out with Dana White. Dana White's going to get him a new co-host, just like The Undertaker did. Ditched his boy and signed his wife up.
Who was Undertaker's partner on his podcast?
I don't know. They did that podcast forever together, and then he fired him and replaced him with Undertaker's wife.
Well, he ain't got no say.
She is. Well,
when you're married, you ain't got no say. Well, shit, she gonna just. Oh no, I'll just get rid of you and take half of everything for no reason, and I'll just cry. Women can do what they want to.
Everybody have a great weekend.
So this is.
Oh shit.
This is
Coach Ripper Jr. just tuned in. Riveting topic. Well, you've missed it, man. We've repeated it. I didn't even know what the topic was we were just talking about. But
just tuned in. Riveting topic. Hell if I know.
Everybody have a great, wonderful weekend. Watch for Rip on Power Slap.
Yeah, this is the greatest weekend we had